Hey PJs, welcome back to another video. Today I'm reviewing Froggy Slimes Crafters, which is a subscriber slime shop. They sent a total of 3 slimes for me to review, 2 2-ounces and 1 6-ounce. All of the slimes came wonderfully packaged, nothing cracked or leaked, and besides the slimes, I was also sent their business care sheet, which has the instructions on the back and how to contact them on the front. They also sent some borax in a baggie, which is labeled, that's always awesome, and some candy. And here are the slimes that they sent. They all come in these screw top black lid containers with their slime shop logo on the top and the slime name on the side. I absolutely adore the labels. They look so cute. I love the little frog. Starting off the review, this is Froggy Fritter. It is a duo textured slime. One part of it is a shop created texture scented cinnamon, and the other is a thick and glossy slime scented apples. It's really hard to tell because the two textures have very similar colors to them, but they didn't really mix at all. It was on its side in the packaging, so that's really like the only mixing it did was like slightly, because it's on its side. I don't really know what to say there, but you can kind of see the color difference here. There's like a darker green and then a lighter green, and that's the two different textures. I would say the slime is definitely smelled like described, but sweeter, almost like a perfume shampoo type smell, which I actually really like. It just like anytime I smell like a sweeter, almost fruity type of shampoo, it just reminds me of the shampoo I used when I was a kid. And it's just so nostalgic and it always smells so good. So this just smells like really sweet cinnamon and apples. I love the color for this slime as well. It is such a pretty green, and I feel like I don't see a lot of greens in slimes unless it's like nature themed or something like that, and this one's food themed, so that's really nice to see. And I just love bright green colors. I think they're so pretty. Once I mixed the two textures together, the end texture was like a cloud cream. It inflates really easily and becomes super puffy and slightly sizzly as well. It also leaves absolutely no tackiness, and it stays puffed for a really long time. This is another one of those textures that I like to talk about where I always seem to get the textures that I like in like small quantities. Like this one is only 2 ounces, and I really wish I had a bigger amount of it because it is a really good texture. Like I said, it doesn't have any tackiness even after it fully inflates, and the slime itself is just really stretchy. It has really good pokes and bubble pops and all those good things. It's one of those slimes that's just versatile. You can really play with it any way you want and it's going to work, which I love those because you can just kind of like mindlessly play with it and you really don't have to think about what you're doing. I also love the theme to it. Like the Froggy Fritter name is just so cute, and I like the concept and everything. I just think that this slime as a whole is just super unique. I love everything about it, and like I said earlier, I just really wish I had more of it. It is super fun to play with, and like I had so much fun with this one. Like you guys don't even know. It was so fun to play with. You already know it's going to get 5 out of 5 pajamas. Next is Froggy Island, which is a wet cloud slime scented apple and is layered green and blue. It also comes with the cutest frog females on the top. Like I love this one. It is just so gorgeous, you guys. Like the colors, it just looks so good together, and it definitely reminds me of a Frog Island. I think this one was captured so perfectly. The scent is pretty similar to the last one, except for the fact that it's not cinnamon, so it has that really sweet apple scent that reminds me of like the shampoo that I used to use when I was a kid, which still smells amazing. It's like extremely sweet apple, but I promise it smells awesome. Mixing the colors together was really fun, but it was also slightly heartbreaking because the colors were just so pretty separated, but they are still very pretty mixed together, and I love the resulting color. It was described as a wet cloud slime, however, I would say it's not a wet cloud slime. There's nothing wrong with them. You don't see them very often, so it's really nice to see a shop still doing them. I'm not the biggest fan of the wet textures, but I think it's really cool to still like have that kind of variety. However, like I said, I wouldn't say this is a wet cloud slime. It really does feel like just a typical cloud slime. If you want it to be more wet than what it is, you can obviously add more water to your instant snow. However, just do be careful with that. Kind of add it slowly, be patient, because if you add too much, you're gonna end up making like a an icy type of slime instead of a cloud slime, so you just have to be really careful with those ratios. The texture though, I am still a huge fan of. It is super soft. It has obviously the typical like cloud slime residue to it, but really not that much at all. It's really manageable, and that's coming from somebody that doesn't like residue at all. I would say it is slow to drizzle and kind of breaks up as you drizzle it, so I would also recommend adding a little bit more instant snow. I did just do a video on how to make cloud slime, if that might help you a little bit. It does seem, at least to me, that if you add just a little bit more instant snow, it should drizzle a little better, which can always be the scary part. The last thing that I wanted to mention about this slime is it did have a slight residue to it, like not like the snow like residue or anything like that. It just had like maybe it was like a baby oil or lotion type of residue, which is pretty typical in slimes. Like, you're gonna add baby oil and especially lotion in most slimes. I would just say to kind of take it back a little bit if that's what you added, because you can feel it. It kind of leaves like a slick residue on my hands. Because of that, I'm going to give this one 4.7 out of 5 pajamas. And last for this review is Mango Delights. This is the 6-ounce slime that they sent. It is a DIY clay slime scented mango, and it comes with a cookie clay piece. To me, this slime smells like mango bubblegum. I'm not the biggest fan of bubblegum scents in slime. I just think that they're too strong, and I don't know, they just smell weird in slime. It's hard to describe, but of course that's just my opinion, and it does still smell pretty good and definitely unique, because you don't really happen upon a lot of mango bubblegum like in real life or in slime or anything. I don't know, but I do like unique scents. I had a really fun time playing with this base before I added the clay in, because it is ultra glossy, super smooth, clicky, and I had so much fun creating bubble pops and just playing with it. I love bases to clay slimes because they always seem to be the best, and I always like contemplate if I actually want to add the clay piece because I love them so much. They're just, I don't know, something about the bases to clay slimes. Everybody seems to make them so nice. The only thing that I will say, which isn't even related to the slime, is you could see it did stick to the container, which that first one did. The second one didn't. I would assume it was because it was a cloud slime, and then this one did again. I would just recommend trying to look into different containers. They are very nice. They look amazing. I like them, but just for customer's sake, so they don't have to like try to like pull them out and stuff. Like, I know my knuckles get extremely red because they always scrape against the sides. I would look into containers that are slime friendly. I love that they send an extra container for the clay, so then you can add the extra slime into that container, and the clay was very well protected. I loved like everything about it. That was really awesome. The clay itself was super soft, and mixing it was easy and satisfying, and once it is fully mixed, it turns into a very vibrant green, stretchy, chewy clay type of slime that is super fun to play with and stretch. The slime does have a lot of loud bubble pops and pokes to it. It's non-tacky. I will say it does leave the occasional small amounts of residue, which can be pretty basic with almost any slime. It can just happen every once in a while. I don't really know what's causing it. It could be the clay, it could be the coloring, since it's so vibrant. Like, if you use like a paint to color slime, it will sometimes, like, for some reason leave more residue than if you color a slime with food coloring. I'm not really exactly sure why, but like, there could be multiple different things that create that residue. The slime does slightly inflate as you play with it and becomes even more puffy and chewy, and it's just one of those ones that's just really fun to squish. I had a fun time playing with the slime. It's super stretchy and just so satisfying to poke, to squeeze, everything, so it is getting 5 out of 5 pajamas. And with that, that is the end of this review, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you're interested in checking out this slime shop, which I highly recommend you do, I will leave a link to their slime shop down in the description. And if you're wanting me to review your business, whether it's slime or something else, I always leave my business email down in the description as well. And if you made it this far, comment down below what your opinion on frogs are. I think that they're cute, but kind of gross. Now I am signing off, and I will see you guys in the next one.